All right. Well, welcome to the Rainy Pass podcast. I'm here with Brandon Roos, Rainy Pass hunting guide, and we are in Stockholm, Sweden. How we got here, we're still trying to figure it out.
I think by plane.
By plane, by boat, by sea, by horse. It's honestly hard to recall. But Brandon will be a second-year guide this year. How many years? 5 years at the lodge.
Yeah, 5 years running.
We've had some good times together, me and you, eh?
Mm-hmm.
I was in Sweden with my girlfriend, and this guy just showed up.
Oh, wait. You did kind of ask if I could show up.
Yes.
I thought about it for a week and thought, I don't got anything going on.
And what were you doing before this?
I was in Hungary. I went to like a workaway thing, and I was shoveling stalls, feeding hay, and I got kind of bored, so I left.
Yeah, supposed to be training horses, right?
Supposed to be training horses, but it just didn't work out.
So he decided to show up to Sweden, which we are so happy to have here. We had so much fun yesterday. We were on the metro. It's supposed to be, what do they call it, the biggest art gallery in the world. Mm-hmm. We're going and checking out all the different stations, which was pretty cool. They're, I don't know, how would you describe them? I don't want to say underwhelming, but...
I think it was... No, I don't think underwhelming is the word. I mean, like, what were you expecting? It's like an...
I don't know, they said art gallery. I don't think, like, painting the walls red.
Some of it was,
I mean, that's like a stretch. Calling it art.
Artistic. It was good. It was surreal in its own way. Like, I think it was good. I'm not going to say it's superb.
No, it was cool. The coolest part was going and, like, finding out on the train how to get to all the different spots. That was cool. Like, the adventure of, like, how do we do this was cool. And, like, there were some of the stops were really cool. I don't know, it was just fun hanging out, running around on the train.
We were messing around in Sweden.
We had a great time, that's for sure. I don't know if and it was cool. It was, like, I think surreal is a good way to put it. Just, like, giant blue and red walls everywhere.
Like, that's what they were going for.
But as far as, like, calling it an art gallery, I think I just had slightly different expectations.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Brandon, how would you describe your first year as a Rainy Pass Alaskan hunting guide?
Holy crap! Unimaginable. What a dream, actually. Yeah. The kind of stuff that I've been able to do out there, and just putting yourself ultimately to the test, and you're out there, you're in charge of the whole mission. You're set off and say, it's up to you now. That's a rush.
Yeah, a lot of autonomy as a guide, running your own camp, having a packer underneath you, and speaking, like, from my perspective at least, like, and all the other guides and the parents, like, we're all just, like, so proud of you, seeing from a 15-year-old kid to now, like, being a full-grown man, being a guide, and I mean, having one heck of a rookie season. Definitely the rookie of the year.
Rookie of the year.
The only rookie.
So when's my plaque coming?
It's in the mail. It's 2 to 3 years typically. But most moose killed. Biggest caribou.
Big caribou.
And yeah, just killed more moose than I think all the other guides combined this year.
I think that's a little exaggeration.
Okay, whatever. You killed the most moose.
I think I only
yourself.
Yep.
By far, double what any other guide got.
Yeah, I barely even knew what a moose looked like before this season.
That's an exaggeration. But yeah, we're all so proud of you. Seeing how you started, taking 3 weeks to paint the tack shed.
I was thorough back in the day.
To guiding hunts now is pretty incredible.
Yeah.
What were like some of the biggest lessons you learned this year?
Biggest lessons this year? I think it's all about just remembering that, I forgot who repeated this to me, but it's been repeated to me a few times. Just, you're the man. You're the one in charge. And I think that's a big mindset to click from being a packer to a guide. And so, like, the first time of the season, I wasn't guiding, I was packing. And then to switch that over, there were a few times, like, I know on my first hunt I guided, like, I kind of lapsed in myself. and it's like, oh, I'm the guide is what I have to remember. Is like no one's going to make the decisions for me. I'm making the decisions.
Yeah, and it was nice having you as my packer on the first hunt.
Yeah, it's a fun time.
Yeah, you were. It's always nice like having a packer who's like almost a guide. So it's like basically having 2 guides in camp is like so handy because it's just like, I mean, like basically know everything what to do. You're just like getting one last kind of rehearsal of seeing it all again, which was fun. I mean, we had one heck of a good time that hunt.
It was a good time.
And then seeing you sprout wings and guide yourself was pretty amazing. And the first hunt you got a moose and a caribou, right?
Yeah, I got a moose and a caribou. Pretty exceptional. I mean, like we, you want me to like summarize the hunt?
Yeah.
Okay. So I remember it was a family. So there was a father, a son, and a mother. I forgot their names. I'm very sorry if you're listening to this. I swear, I love you guys, but I'm bad with names. Either way, so it was this trio I was leading, and Jaden was my packer. And I think we went on lookout once or twice. We just kind of like, eased into the whole thing. And then I really wanted to go to Glacier Creek because I remember CJ, one of our other guides, talking about this big moose that was supposedly in the back of Glacier Creek that he so desperately wanted, and like what if that thing's still there? And it was a pretty simple circumstance of we went to Glacier Creek and we found that moose, and 63 inches, couldn't be happier. Like solid find, solid kill. We did kill it kind of late in the day, and we had to go back in like the middle of the night. Big Steve wasn't happy about that.
Back to the lodge.
Back to the lodge in the middle of the night, and we packed the rest out the next day. But like that's a mighty fine accomplishment as far as as I've been told.
Yeah, and getting that, I think that confidence right away, because like you said, it really is a huge difference between being a packer and being a guide. And being a packer is great. Like you're just there.
You don't have responsibility.
Yeah.
If everything goes wrong, you can kind of sit back and laugh at the very least.
Yeah, like no one's gonna blame you for anything. But I mean, at a certain point, like it's just more fulfilling to guide. Like you don't want to pack forever, but yeah, making that first hunt for everyone is like you're never really like all the way ready. Like you don't know what you don't know until you're doing it yourself.
Yes, love that expression. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a huge like step for everyone. Like my first hunt guiding, I remember just like there's no one else there. Like you kind of just see everything fall into place when you're packing, and like you just kind of don't know some of the nuances until you're actually in that position leading it. But then like getting your first moose, getting the caribou, like you also have like all the glory with that too.
The caribou itself was a trip. I do want to like point that out. Like I think the moose was like, it's pretty formulaic. Like we went up on a hill, we saw it, found it, and then the rest of the hunt we were just looking for this, this guy's caribou he wanted. And on the last day of the hunt, like it was just kind of like a complete Hail Mary. We went back into this one set of mountains and we walked like I exaggerate. I'm going to say it's 10 hours. Definitely wasn't 10 hours of walking, but it felt like aimless wandering in the desert for 40 years, looking for this, just one spot in the mountains. And beautiful, giant red rack on this caribou comes out like literally at the end of our trek. And this is the one. This is the one we're going after. We shoot it, we prepare it. And that was a long, stormy night walking back. Like that's everything. I mean, maybe you shouldn't do hunting. As doing things as late as possible, right. and just like being it's just being prepared to suffer, kind of.
Right.
When it comes to push to shove, I think they say.
Push to shove.
Push to shove. Shove to push. What's the phrase?
Definitely not that.
Aneurysm.
When push comes to shove.
When push comes to shove.
Yes.
Thank you.
But yeah, doing everything coming out in the dark's always completely different.
I think that's what I became known for this season.
Yeah. Hey, you made it work though. Sometimes it is kind of just like what you have to do, Especially with caribou. Like with moose, they're probably going to be there. With caribou, like you're really kind of flipping a coin depending on what time of year. I mean, really any type of year. Like you're flipping a coin if they're going to be in that same area or not. And sometimes you do just got to make that push, and it just kind of depends on like where your hunter's at. Like how much time you have left in the hunt. Is caribou their main thing? Like you're like weighing all those, and that's like another thing that just goes into guiding versus packing. It's like you're weighing all those decisions. I always think of it as like, it's like these different like odds of like, I see a black bear running on the hill. Like, what are my odds of it still going to be there? Like, probably pretty slim. How much time do I have? Like
a constant calculation.
Yes, constant calculation.
Because you can see all the animals in the world, and I mean that's what separates the layman from the professional, is the being able to recognize, oh, we have no chance in a million years of ever following that animal, and we should just leave it alone.
Right.
As opposed to, Big Steve says this all the time about like going on a million stalks for animals. Mm-hmm. And you'll have a million unsuccessful stalks until that one that is successful,
right.
Because a more trained, experienced guide has waited till the right moment to go after something.
Yeah. It's like, I feel like it's like rolling the dice, and like sometimes you're like, this is a 10% chance we get after this animal, but like maybe you only have a day left in the hunt, and a guy who's like super antsy, and like maybe it's worth rolling the dice that time, but like a lot of times it's not, because you just like waste your whole day versus like sitting there and waiting for a like higher percentage stock. But it's just, I feel like you're right. Like it definitely, like what separates the layman from the more experienced guide is like knowing when to roll and when to wait. Yeah. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. Yeah.
Is that a song or something?
Yeah, it's The Gambler.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You don't know that song?
No, I do.
Okay. I see. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Mm-hmm. And hilarious question we got last night in the hostel from a lady from Finland.
No, she was not from Finland.
From?
Guess. You have many countries to choose from. I'm seeing how long it takes you.
Give me a second. The Netherlands.
Ding, ding, ding. Go ahead.
A interesting question we got from a lady from the Netherlands last night was, does it feel weird to hunt animals? And I thought you had a very like articulate answer to that.
It was a bunch of blabbery, but sure. I think I answered to her because she's, her specific concern is like, actually, I don't know.
The commercialization.
Yeah, the commercialization. Does it feel weird? It's like, it's an exchange of like, you get this kind of money, go shoot this. And I think that's like, you're taking it, that's ignoring the fact that this is a genuine way of life that people have lived and enjoyed. And so, it's a reason people live. Like, we actually seek this experience. And a lot of people don't realize that, maybe it's the experience and not just the gaining of a trophy at the end of the day. This is like what we need to preach to a lot of hunters, because it's so many people do walk away with nothing, or they don't walk away with what they expected, originally wanted in the beginning. And it's a kind of trite to say that like, oh, it's not the destination, it's the journey, but it kind of is. It's about spending time in the cabin. It's about enjoying the nature. It's about fellowship, camaraderie, all the words you could throw out there just to summarize the whole experience of being in a hunting camp, enjoying what you got. And maybe just the animal is going to be like the treat on top. Like, and it will serve as a memento of the whole thing. Like, because you pull the trigger, that's less than a second of action. Right. Of something you're doing, and then you spend a few hours butchering it, taking it back to camp, and if that's all the hunt is, that's not a lot. As opposed to the process of looking, searching, eating, sleeping on a hillside.
Right. And I love what you said to her last night. You said it's our job as the guide to like show the hunter that's like the purpose. I think that's like a really good way of putting it, instead of like, because you do have some people who like are like more concerned about the trophy than the experience, and that's what they're like hyper fixated on and kind of like highly stressed on every day of like, oh my goodness, are we gonna have that chance? Like, and kind of like, it's kind of like, in a way, it can ruin the experience for them if that's what they're just like focusing on and like freaking out about every day, instead of like sitting back and enjoying all those little things you have in camp, and enjoying like being at a cell service. Your only transportation is a horse. You're living out of a log cabin. You're seeing like some of the most beautiful untouched country on earth. And like that is the whole purpose of the hunt. And then oftentimes like the stalk, the pulling of the trigger can be like the high point of the hunt, and that's what you like look back on. But it's only special because of everything else that went into it. If you were on a high fence like ranch or whatever, and you just had that, it wouldn't be, in my opinion, at least for me, like that wouldn't be special because anyone could just go do that and it would be guaranteed. It's the fact that it is like not a guaranteed, not a foregone conclusion that makes it special when things do come together.
There's the romance to it.
Yes.
I think it's like sorry, I'm getting like trying to tie this into philosophical theological things, but I think I was reading in Chesterton talking about like the beauty of life is the romance, is that there's a chance you could fail. There's a chance that, you know, courting a girl is going to result in disaster in the same way that you're out in the wilderness and there's a chance that you don't get anything. And that's kind of the beauty of it, is when you do get something.
Right. Yeah.
As opposed to if it was guaranteed.
Yeah, and it can't, like, if that's what you want, there's so many places where it is 100% guaranteed. And not that you don't have like a good chance of like getting something, but it's like it could rain for 12 days. Like you never know like what's gonna happen. And like if you don't want that, like don't go to Alaska. Like go to Texas, go to South Africa. Like there's so many places you can go that it's like 100% guaranteed you're getting something. You just pay the money. You want it 2 inches bigger, you pay this much more. Mm-hmm. Whereas like this is Alaska is an experience. And like if you are like fortunate enough to get something, it is like it's just that much more special, and it means that much more. And the people that are there for the experience, when they do get something, I think it's way more rewarding for them. They enjoy it way more versus like some people might be like, oh, like okay, on to the next thing, instead of like really just like taking in that moment. And it goes for anything in life.
Slowing down.
Yeah.
Stop and smelling the roses. Yeah.
And it seems like those people are like more successful too, just because they're like really just embracing it, enjoying the process of it.
It depends what you count as success then.
That's true. But I mean like just in the fact of like getting, it's so many variables that go into it, but.
So many variables.
You do like, I'm always like really excited when a person that is there to enjoy the whole experience and like things do come together. And you just never know, like on a hunt, like a great example is like the hunt you packed for me this year. I don't know if we were halfway down the hunt. I don't think we were seeing like too much. And all of a sudden we see like a caribou, like pretty far away.
It's a little freaking pinprick on this hillside.
And we're like thinking of going after it that night. Weather's kind of bad. It's like not really like a great trail to get there. So we wait for the next day. We go out there. He's in pretty much the same spot. Works out perfectly. Get up there. Walk in 30 yards of them, shoot them. Great, beautiful caribou, still in velvet, like awesome trophy. Was it 17-year-old girl and her dad? Mm-hmm. Super, super great, nice people. And we're doing a full body mount for this caribou, cutting it all up, get it loaded on the horses. And all of a sudden, the girl goes, "Is that a bear?
Is that a bear?"
And sure enough, there's a grizzly bear like coming around and running into the scent, like surely smelling the caribou. Gets set up, bear comes right into us, shoot it. All of a sudden we go from halfway in the hunt with no animals to 2 animals by that afternoon. Mm-hmm. Like walking down the mountain, pack out goes great. And then 2 days later, get another grizzly bear. So things just change so fast.
Where did we get that second bear, by the way?
It was in Rainy Pass.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And that was a kind of a low percentage stock too. Like it was a bear that was moving in the back of Rainy Pass. It was like, well, like there's a trail there, like not a super high percentage deal, but like go out there and give it a shot. And sure enough, he was there. He walked all the way down the mountain and went to the other side and popped up. And I think they shot both of them in the head.
You're right, they did.
Yeah, which was nice. Like both of them dropped instantly, like no backup shots, no anything. But it just shows you like how quick things can change. And that can be one of the hardest things for clients and for guides on a 12-day hunt when weather's bad, of like not falling into despair and being like, well, we haven't seen anything for a couple days. And like, what if like things don't work out? Of like, you always have to have like your wits sharp. You always have to be paying attention, because it's like, it's whenever you're not paying attention, whenever you're kind of lax and like, oh, we haven't seen something, is when stuff changes so quickly and you see the animal and you go after it. And like something walks by, or like you're riding down the trail and a bear, like this year happened to be like walk 30 yards in front of us. Like things change so quick, and you have to always be on alert, even having like so much like downtime in a hunt.
I like keeping from despair.
Right.
Like, because that will ruin your whole hunt if you just have a bad attitude about it the entire time.
Right.
Like, irrelevant if you get an animal or not. It's like, I mean, the grumpiness factor is it what keeps you from having a good time. And maybe, like, who's to say you're like really going to be that much more happy once you get the animal, but you've been like this down in the dumps the whole time. It's like,
yeah, you just were miserable for 8 days.
You missed the point.
Out,
you missed the forest for the trees.
Right. I love that. Missed the forest for the trees.
Yeah, you missed the tundra for the lichen.
Seriously. But yeah, that's something like, I don't know. I love, like you said, how you put it last night of like, that's your job as the guide to like help the client, like really just enjoy the whole process, enjoy the beautiful country, enjoy waking up in the morning and eating breakfast and like glassing and riding around and like enjoy your time with your horse, enjoy like getting to know each other. Like a good guide, the better guide you are, the better you're going to be able to like kind of demonstrate to the client how important it is, and like still like getting after it and doing everything you possibly can to make yourself successful. You're not just like being lazy and not doing things. You're still like getting after it, going hard, like hoping every day to find something, like having a good mindset, but you're also enjoying the it's a balancing act. Like you're doing both, you know?
It is, yeah.
What advice would you have for a like young guy trying to get into being a hunting guide?
Do you want like practical advice on like how to get your ends, or
You can do practical and like philosophical advice as well.
Okay. I think you just need to be really passionate is the first thing, and you just like need to have a spirit of, I'm not going to give up. This is really what I want to do. And because a lot of people, you know, they miss that mark. They put this kind of thing on the back shelf for other reasons, and they don't try to reach out to the right people, and they don't reach out enough. That's kind of like what my dad instructed me to do when I first got this job, was to email Steve literally every week, like, hey, you're still hiring. Hey, I'm still interested in working. Hey, and
yeah, please go into more depth of how you did start with Raining Pass.
Oh yeah. We're going to the origin story. Okay. We'll come back around to the advice, but basically, my dad and I were on a trip in Alaska. I was 15. We were on a cruise somewhere in the southeast, you know, going tours of the fjords around Juneau and the like. We're going all up and down these little islands, and this was 2022, I think. And basically, the cruise got canceled halfway through. Someone on board got COVID, and we just got like ditched off in Juneau. We didn't have like our itinerary then had like this hole in it for like 4 or 5 days. That's how we got with a travel agent, and she said, have you ever heard of Raining Pass Lodge? It's like, okay, we'll give it a shot. Just a shoe in. And well, that's kind of life-changing is how I look back on it. It's like I went there, I already fell in love with it. The just different life. You know, I stayed out at Halfway Lake, which is one of our out camps. A guide who used to guide for us, his name is Ethan Stockman. He took my dad and I out into the country. We climbed some mountains, went to some freaking remote places, and like I was out of the ordinary for most guests. Like most guests kind of just sit around, drink wine, and enjoy the views. But I just want to like see everything.
Right.
And so that started my love affair with Alaska in general.
And how old were you at this point?
I was 15.
Crazy.
Young Brando.
Yeah.
And then that's from that point, it's like, you know, I would really like to work out here next summer. And from what I heard from Stevie and the like, they thought it was kind of a good idea because I showed a lot of passion. You know, they already got that interview process out of the way. They knew who I am. Interview. Which is a big thing also. Like practical advice is like, it's always better just to meet the person than to, you know, throw interviews out in the void. I mean, resumes out in the void is any hiring process. But yeah, so I sent out like bi-weekly emails to Steve saying, hey, do you still have a position? Hey, or I text him, or like I was annoying about it. I harassed him. And, you know, eventually at some point, I think in February, March, she was like, yeah, we have a position open. We can take you. And I went there, had my first summer. Stories, adventures ensued. And I just kept coming back. But I think in all of that, the most important lesson, like beyond just like the practicality, is because like at that point you're just talking about like, how does one get hired? It's the same in any industry, no less this. But the big thing I think separates guiding from a lot of other kind of work is you're in a service mentality. You're in hospitality. You can't forget about that. You're no different than a waiter,
Right.
and no different as a server, a bartender. You're just doing it on a different scale, but you're ultimately serving the client. And I think the biggest thing I had to learn when I was at that age was, and Zachary can attest to this, how much of a something I was.
16-year-old Brandon, right out of military school.
Right out of military school, military boarding school. It's just let go of pride and kind of I had to learn how to be humble. And that took a few tries because I wasn't that, because I was really full of myself, and I had been for like most of my high school career. And I think this was probably like the very first thing that really pushed me out of my shell, is like, how do I be sociable with people? How do I learn to let go of myself and like, oh, it's okay to be at the bottom. It's okay to just be shoveling horse. Because that's how you learn, that's how you grow, and that's how you kind of gain acceptance into the group. Is you start at the bottom and you show yourself willing, capable, and love what you're doing, even if it's at the bottom. And you may not necessarily like it, but you can't believe that you're above that work, if that all makes sense.
Yeah, that's definitely like the big part of your story, is being like a 16-year-old, like pretty arrogant kid, to like almost not even being invited back the next year. And then at 17, like you were like the star golden child. Like, you need something done, you ask Brandon, he's gonna sprint across the yard and get it done. Like a complete 180 flip for you. And it's like why they kept you on. It's like how now, years later, you're guiding,
So much of a difference. I'm so thankful for this job, like kind of giving me that view, that perspective, because I don't know how I would have gotten otherwise.
Yeah, it's probably really perfect for you at like the phase of life you were at. It's probably exactly what you needed. And it's been cool to see you just like grow so much as a man, like because of being at Rainy Pass, and like just through the work itself, and like through the camaraderie with the guys and stuff.
It's been incredible.
What how would you describe Alaska to someone who's never been there?
You mean the state, the people, the land?
All in all.
All in all.
Someone says, I'm going to Alaska. How would you describe it?
I think it's the kind of place. A lot of people would say Alaska's the last frontier.
Yeah, the license plates would say that.
And the license plates say that. And I think there's a truth to that. Like, there's a certain way of thinking that I think is extinct in a lot of other places. Just as far as upon like self-sustainment and just being really, really independent. Because this is like, Alaska is where people go if they really just want to do whatever the frick they want.
That's so true.
Yeah, like, I mean, there are places in Alaska that don't have property tax, they don't have building codes. You just go out, you buy a cheap piece of land and you go build a cabin. I mean,
right.
That's what the people that come to Alaska, that's what they want. That's what they're seeking. As opposed to like, it's a place that's virginal enough that you aren't competing with a whole bunch of different people. You aren't competing for resources, and there's still a lot to go around. And so you're kind of seeing like the very, it's a frontier society. You have people coming from all walks of life to go build something. And I mean, it's a different view in the cities than if you go out to my favorite place in the world, Glen Allen.
Yeah, of course.
Glen Allen's a town of like 500 people. It has like a post office, grocery store, and
is that it?
I'm really struggling to think what else. But
stoplight?
No.
Not quite that advanced yet.
Heck, that's not going to come for the next 100 years. But the point is it's underdeveloped, and there's the beauty of it somehow. So I think it's just a gorgeous place that the way it is ought to be, protected. It's like we gotta really learn about where we're at and somehow keep this sustainable, this way of life. Because we're sitting in Stockholm, Sweden, for example. This place has been on the map for at least thousands of years, and it's like probably it'd be the antithesis of Alaska in some sense. Like everything's built up, every meter of land's acquired and accounted for. And you're fighting for resources, and what comes with all of that is that you have enough people that live off the margins, that want to extract you for taxes, extract you for fees. Alaska, you don't really have that, or a place that's underdeveloped, you don't have that.
That's a great comparison, being in a big European city of like everyone's just on top of each other. Like we were just in Copenhagen, and it just floods and floods of people. And I think like in the U.S., the most like densely populated area is D.C., and I think there's somewhere around like 10,000 people per square mile. And I think Alaska's like maybe 2.5 people per square mile, which is like a hard thing to like wrap your head around, like 10,000 versus 2.5, like how far out, like spread out people are compared to like many places in the lower 48, and especially like bigger cities like this where, I mean, I don't know, it's just not for me. Like it's really cool to visit, like it's really cool to see like the history and everything, but I just could never live here for more than 2 to 3 days.
Oh, I can imagine living here. Well, I mean, it's a beautiful city, and it's really nice to sit in a park like this and have a cup of coffee, have a kanubula.
Is that how it's pronounced?
How it's pronounced to be kanubula.
Brandon speaks many languages.
Many languages. Among them, not Swedish.
You speak a few words.
Jag talar lite svenska.
What does that mean?
I speak a little Swedish.
Oh, nice. Perfect.
No, because I think the main thing is how the whole system's built. It's kind of, at least, from what I've gathered and talking to a lot of Europeans, it's a system that's like really supposed to keep you in a box. That, you can't, it's really hard to grow and go out and do your own thing like it is in America. Like, really fulfill like the American dream maybe is like, because there's a lot of systems that they take fees from you. They take taxes. If you want to start your own business, there's mountains of tape and red walls and that you don't have in the U.S. and you don't have in much more young fledgling societies because there's a lot more abundance. And also, I mean, I don't know. I like to think it's like some kind of evil just to like predate on all that.
Right.
That this civilization is absolutely fine imposing on its citizens.
As far as like just not having the opportunities to do like entrepreneurial things.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I do like the idea of like being able to become more, do what you want and at least have a shot at something. I mean, I don't know what life is like in Sweden and
I'm sure it's horrible.
It's god awful. Yeah, looks so unpleasant. A lot of bikes.
Ew.
Very different than like life guiding. It is crazy. It's like literally like you're transported back 200 years ago. The only way to get anywhere is horseback and like maybe a bush plane needs to fly in or get you some supplies, and like living like that for months on end is why I personally like love guiding, just being immersed in the wilderness and like literally feeling like you're living 200 years ago. And like every morning you're saddling your horses, making breakfast, you're riding out, you're sitting on the hill, and like that's all you got to worry about is like, taking care of the crew and hunting animals. Like those are your only concerns at the time. And that's such a beautiful thing. And it's such a beautiful thing to have that time out there sitting on the hill to reflect on the rest of your life and really just like appreciate everyone you have in your life. What would be your favorite aspect of guiding?
Favorite aspect of guiding, definitely like liberty, autonomy. It's you definitely you set the pace of life. I mean, you're serving the client is like that's your main goal. That's your main goal. But everything else you do is like you really can do whatever, and you have this big playground to yourself. That's the Alaskan wilderness, and it doesn't feel like work. It never has. Every other something called a job is really strange to me.
Right. No. Yeah. It is hard to go like work somewhere after guiding. Yeah. It's like you just wake up, saddle your horse, and ride where you think the animals are.
So you're trying to tell me that's not life? You're trying to tell me that's not...
Exactly. Yeah. You go, flip burgers?
Oh, that's if you're lucky.
Yeah. You really land a good one. Yeah, the autonomy and the autonomy in that as your playground is such a it's a crazy life. We're very fortunate to live.
Very fortunate.
What advice would you have for clients coming out, like going on a hunt, as far as expectations or gear or like exercising or anything they need to do to get ready for the hunt?
Keep your mind on the experience. Don't get too focused on the animals. Know that, like, I mean, you're there out there for the experience, for the time. And also, don't focus on affairs back home. That will ruin everything.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
This, like, Starlink's actually the worst thing to ever come to the lodge.
Yeah, it's the worst thing. And wasn't there when we started 5 years ago.
Like, we're watching a whole new generational shift. Like, it's leaving us because of the freaking Starlink. It's like now you don't have, like, I should probably step off the soapbox. I could go on way too much about this. But point is,
none of the guides like Starlink. We used to just have satellite phones that we'd call in every night on.
Well, we like Starlink when it's in the guide shack.
Yeah, we like it in the guide shack, but not in the field. Like, no one wants it in the field with them. In the guide shack, we just had bad Wi-Fi before. It didn't work good, so now we just have good Wi-Fi. So,
but maybe the point is bad Wi-Fi.
Yeah, maybe the point all along was, but we'd just be in the main lodge anyway on the good Wi-Fi. But in the field, when you're actually hunting and you're not just hanging out at the lodge with the guys, you don't want Starlink. Like, you don't want to be on your phone in the field. It's just disgusting. But yeah, the satellite phone, like, companies are like going out of business because Starlink's so much cheaper. It's so much better. It's just such a dangerous thing. Like, anyone who's thinking about like bringing their Starlink on a hunt, like, we would highly recommend not to. Like, we have Starlink in camp just to call in at night or for emergencies. We only use it, like, we fire up the generator, turn it on, call 5 minutes, turn it off, and that's it. And it's basically like having a satellite phone. Like, you're not like using it for anything else. Because one of the most special things about a hunt is being able to disconnect. That's like a lot of my hunters, probably most of my hunters, that's been their biggest takeaway is like, wow, I haven't spent 12 days like away from my phone, completely disconnected from the internet in years, and having that time to reflect on life and appreciate things and appreciate like the little things on the hunt too, because you're not worried about like what's going on at home and your kid missed the bus or that, like, no, things you can't even control anyway.
Kid missed the bus.
Yeah. Whatever happened, whatever tragedy happened at home, like, there's nothing you're gonna be able to do about it while you're on the hunt. Just enjoy being there. And you don't know like what you're missing if you're bringing your own Starlink, you're bringing your own satellite phone, versus just being in the moment and really enjoying what you have out there. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's definitely a rabbit hole, and it's tough to see like the change and like talking about like maybe having like internet everywhere or whatever the next thing they're gonna do is just like is sad, because I don't know, it's a very, very like 21st century thing to complain about, of like, oh, life's so tough, like we can't get away from the internet. It's like we can literally just turn our phones off. Yeah, you know, it's a very privileged thing to complain about.
Because I have gone back and forth with a hunter too about this. Is you know, his whole case is like, wait, why wouldn't you use it? Like, you know, if it'd be the more like, because he was calling his wife every night. And you know, to him, it'd be selfish if he didn't. If when presented with that opportunity, if he didn't call his wife every night, because he wants to make sure, obviously, that you know he's okay. Make sure that his wife is at ease with him being out there, and that's part of it. But also, it is that just like little minor thing. It's a slippery slope of like, well, you're still kind of out of it in your own way.
Right. Yeah, it is a slippery slope, because I get like texting your wife, making sure you're okay or whatever, but you don't want to be like on the phone for a while, like focus on maybe just like, hey, I'm okay, like, you know, we stalked caribou today or whatever. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'd say the more you can be disconnected from the outside world, probably the better experience you're gonna have, and you have your whole rest of your year to be connected to the outside world. Like, just take these 12 days and be immersed in the wilderness, and it'll make you appreciate your world outside of that so much more.
Without a doubt.
Well, how would you describe the crew at Rainy Pass?
It'd be trite to say that they're a family, as true as it is. So I'm trying to think of like what's a better descriptor. I think we definitely, we're tight knit for sure. In a way that I don't think many other workplaces can be fortunate to be.
Yeah, I mean, we're in Sweden right now together.
We are in Sweden. Wait, why are we in Sweden?
I can't remember. Here we are.
Yep. No, but seriously, it was like, the people at the lodge are by far my best friends. That we go out of our way to see each other in the off season, and Zachary, he's my big brother.
Yep. Literally. Figuratively. Spiritually, emotionally, physically.
And so it's like I don't know, I'd be nothing without these people, for sure. And they've made the difference in my life.
Well, Brandon, we love having you, and you're definitely a very integral part to the crew and to the culture at the lodge. And it is so special, just like the people the lodge has attracted, and just like how well like all the new people over the years have fit in, and like Finn and Cooper now have been at the lodge how much the last 2 years? These were two new packers, like hopefully you're fortunate enough to have met them, that came last year and caretaked right away for how many months straight did they caretake?
Finn was there for about 8 months straight.
8 months at the lodge.
Okay, that's exaggerated. 6 months.
6 months?
Yeah.
And then this year we're out there working with, like I was there as well in the winter. They were going to stay for 2 months, and they're somehow still there.
Well, they just like it out there.
Yeah, they love it.
That's all you can break it down to. I think at least all of us at some point, like in some level, would consider Rainy Pass home. I freaking love that place. There's like it's probably the only place on earth that I feel like completely comfortable being at. It's like I call that place home.
Yeah, it does feel so at peace. Sitting Pontilla in the background, our ponies up top, riding up the valley. Just like so many memories and so many like personal shaping experiences like happen like through Rainy Pass Lodge or at Rainy Pass Lodge, and yeah, just the people like we've shared along with the whole way, and like the parents are just been so great. But any closing remarks, closing words of advice, things you'd like to tell the world, places to follow you?
Places to follow me? I'm unfollowable. There's no point. Closing remarks. Well, God is great, and I'm thankful for thankful for everything He's given me, for this wonderful life, wonderful friends,